What is up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz on a game day. It's freaking game day, finally. Saturday, September 3rd, 2022. Buckeyes getting ready to take on the Irish tonight. What are you guys doing for the game? Watching it at a bar? You going to a Buckeye bar? Are you gonna stay home and have people over? I don't do anything social. Not just on game day, but in life. But in today, I just lately, last couple of years, I have to watch it alone. I don't want people bugging me. I don't want to be distracted. I don't have to explain to my sister what just happened and why while the next play is going on. I'm not pausing it for people to go up and get up and go to the bathroom and shit like that. So by myself, me and the TV, I can focus and probably tweet out some stuff during the game too. So anyway, what are you guys doing? Today, I am going to do a YouTube live, so keep an eye out for that. I will announce it on Twitter. And if you subscribe to, where's the bell? Wherever that bell is on the screen, hit that thing, and that will notify you every time I go live. I'm going to do one today. I'm thinking probably towards the after halftime of the 12:30 games, because there's not much on this early slate. Unless you want to watch fucking Michigan. No, thanks. Then we have 3:30. I think we got Georgia and Oregon. So I'll probably watch that. But anyways, so we'll do it probably around 1 or 2 o'clock. I would say after 2. So keep an eye out for that. Like I said, I'll announce it on Twitter. And also if you hit subscribe and the bell and all that shit on YouTube, it'll notify you when we go live, and join in. I'll be on for at least 30 minutes, probably close to an hour. So we'll just talk Buckeye football, get amped up for the game and all of that. I'm trying really hard to keep my emotions in check. So this is really a difficult show for me today. So many things. I woke up at 3 a.m. last night thinking of which safety is going to have an interception. I'm picturing like Lathan or Ronnie Hickman having a tip ball interception. I woke up at 3 a.m. thinking about that, So yeah, that's kind of where my brain's at. So anyways, this show, enough bullshit. We're going to talk player prop bets for this Irish game. What we have is TD passes, CJ versus Buckner. Passing yards, CJ versus Buckner. Rushing yards, we have 6 guys, 3 Buckeyes, 3 Irish. And then receiving yards, we've got 4 Buckeyes and 3 Irishmen. So I'll give you the Vegas over-unders. I'm going to tell you which way I put my money. I've already placed my bets. So this is what we have. And this will kind of give you a clue into what Vegas is expecting from a gameplay point of view. Like, for example, let's start off with TD passes by quarterbacks. CJ has 3.5, Buckner 1.5. So I'm going over CJ's 3.5. I think he gets at least 4. And I'm hoping for 5 or 6, right? So the 3.5, though, is a good starting point to tell you where Vegas sees the Buckeyes continuing to use the aerial attack, and when we get into these receiving yards on the Buckeye receivers, you're really going to see some numbers. So I go CJ easily over the 3.5 passing. That's just passing. I think he might pull it down and run one. If we get in the red zone and we need to pick up if he needs to get in the end zone, like inside the 5, I know he's not a Braxton Miller, make 5 moves behind the line of scrimmage, but I think he'll get it done. Those nuts have to drop eventually, right? Buckner's 1.5 TD passes. That's a dicey one because they're going to run the shit out of the ball. He is. And I know he's mobile and he can get around and he's quick, but I don't know. I'm going under on the 1.5. I think he might get 1 to the tight ends or something like that, but he's not getting 1 to a receiver. We're going to have those boys on lockdown. They just aren't experienced enough. So I'm going under on the Buckner TD passes 1.5. Passing yards, again, this will give you a clue into what Vegas expects. CJ at 338.5. I'm going over that for sure. He averages more than that. So last year anyways. So I'm going well over the 338.5 for CJ. Buckner, 225.5. I'm going way under that. There's no freaking way this kid, they said, those beat writers for Notre Dame said that in the fall camp, he was badly inaccurate, like horribly inaccurate in practice. So not sure if that's true or if that's just a bunch of fucking, Irish propaganda, but under the 225.5 for sure. I don't know who he's going to throw it to. Mayer's not going for 225. I know that. So well under, over on CJ, under on Buckner. Buckeye defense holds them down. All right, rushing yards. I got Travion over under 95.5. Then I got Mayan over under 32.5, and CJ 4.5 yards. But you got to remember that includes sacks, because college football includes sacks as part of rushing. So maybe they get him down a couple times, but he breaks off a couple runs for positive yards, So let's start with Trey. I'm going over the 95.5. I think he breaks 100 easily. His average last year was over 100 yards a game. I know, spare me, I know this is the best team we're going to face until a Michigan game. Offensive line, defensive line, both. I know it's going to be a little while, but this is going to be the best team we face. Mayan at 32.5 is interesting to me. I don't know if I want to touch that one. I don't know how many carries he's going to get, but I think I'll go over. I think I'll go over the 32.5. I think that he's lost a little weight, so he's a little quicker. I'm going to go over 32.5. I'm feeling Mayan. If they do like a, we talked the other day about a 65-35 kind of split in the carries. So yeah, give me Mayan. He'll get eight carries probably at least. CJ over the 4.5. Whatever. If you really want to put money on that, I would go over, but I'm not touching it. Irish running backs. Tyree has 49.5. Esteem is 42.5, and Buckner 37.5. I'm going to go under on all of them. Buckner, you got to remember, the quarterback, that includes sack yardage. So I think they definitely sack him, and he might scamper for a few here and there, but under on the 37.5. Receiving yards, JSN 110.5. So you see what Vegas is thinking here. Fleming 55.5. Harrison 84.5. And even Travion kicking in 19.5. These are tough. I like the Fleming over 55.5, but JSN 110.5. I'm going to lay off that. That's pretty hefty. And Harrison 84.5. I think I will take the over on that as well. So I'll go Fleming, Harrison over. Travion not touching, because 19.5 is random. I think they're going to run him a lot more than they pass to him. So he might catch 2 balls out of the backfield. So that's why I'm staying off Trey and JSN. And for the Irish, Mayer 68.5, Lindsay 38.5, and Styles 50.5. I'm going under on all those motherfuckers. These corners are going to lock down those wide receivers, and Mayer is not getting 68 yards. He might approach 60 at best. I don't think he has more than 5 catches. So unless one's for a big play, which he's not prone to do, he doesn't have a history of big play in his game. So I'm going under on all those, and probably a Buckeye leaning take on all of these, but that's my opinion. All right. Don't forget, check out the YouTube live today. Also doing one Sunday afternoon. So I don't watch NFL football, so I'll be doing one Sunday afternoon while those shit games are on. Anyways, as always, hit the site, hit the store, hit the bells and the thumbs ups and all those. All right. I'll talk to you later. Go Bucks.